Welcome back to Let's Play Lilo and Stitch 2, Hämsterviel Havoc. Today we are going to have a nice little meeting of Splody Head. So this all works in a weird way. You basically have teleportation. And you need to take advantage of that. Haha. But something odd. Now you can see here that I'm basically just stunning Splody Head by shocking him. It's actually pretty hard to get a sneak on him too, like I just now did. By taking advantage of these things. But what I'm trying to do here is actually not what I am doing. Oh, what? What just happened? Because you can, in fact. I'm very sure. I've done it before, but I think it's really difficult. Or maybe there's some luck or something like that. It's in fact possible to make Splody Head fall into the lava. That's not happening right now. By just stunning him. Because you might have seen, when you stun Splody Head, he moves forward a little bit. But sometimes, I don't know if there's something that just makes it really rare or something like that. Sometimes he'll move too far forwards. I'm not quite sure what designates that. But anyways, then you have Richter attack and he falls in the lava. All there really is to it. If you really want to, you can try to also use oh! Ah! Now that will be beautiful. I almost had Splody Head fall into the lava by shocking him when he was above through lava. I want to do that now. See? I'm trying to jump across. I know you can try to do it. Be brave. Man. See, now I've seen it's possible, I'm so tempted. Over here. Oh, fine. Bob. Nope. I almost got you. Ah! It's oddly fun to me, just running through this one level. I just want to make him fall over it. It feels like I'd be accomplishing something, and I'm not quite sure why or how. Anyways, you should never be controlling Lilo during this fight. So that's basically just posing a threat to yourself. I want to try to make him jump over, yeah, like that. So I just need to time it right. I don't know how you managed to hit him at one time. Because I do this, he's not going to jump up at me. Yes, he is! Okay. Thank you, Splody Head. That was great. There's so many little oddities in this game's boss fights. What? How to make Angel good? What happened? And why did the song not work? Last episode. I guess we saved the world. And by that I mean Hawaii? No. Hi. This black hole seems very content with being squeezed. Bye, Julio. I mean, can't we find a plan here, too? Whatever. Hey, look at that turn at the end of this level. Alright, I think this is actually the final level of its type. I'm realizing this game's a lot shorter than I even thought it was. Well, no, maybe not. For some reason I was thinking, right, that this is the 4th episode. It is not, it is the 6th. So this actually seems like about the right length. I'll get very, very close to ending the game this level, if not actually completing it. Or in this level. in this episode, if not actually complete in this episode. I'm kind of bummed if I finish in this episode, though, because I'm just going to have to start 2 new Let's Plays next week, and that's not necessarily a bad thing, but I don't know what those 2 games are going to be. I usually just worry about that later. I don't know. One of the final levels are really long, but one's also really short. Okay. Well, I'll just let you guys see for yourself. Most likely this episode is gonna have to wait very long. I'm just gonna ramble on about things that you won't get to see. I'm also doing really well this race so far. Health button and whatnot, I know, but I want to make a note of my satisfaction. I will not let my happiness die without it being acknowledged first. Hi, Jumbo. I wish I could actually reach you. Oh. I've really learned that I can jump over those patches. Probably help that. So I think one thing I might need to do is actually just like this. Oh, pff, oh God! Jumbo was in the way. Okay. So I'm apparently expected to finish with 25 seconds left on the clock. I don't acknowledge that as possible. Forget that. Hämsterviel can have his high score. Oh, guys. Yeah, whatever, you're I actually have something I want to show off with you. Something that I discovered earlier. Lilo, you hardly have a nose. Something I discovered when I was replaying some of the levels, like I described last episode. Something about that transition always amused me. Especially with how the arrow is vibrating violently. Anyways, so weird chase level with a weird looking into. So things in this level are also slightly different. For example, picking up coffee will immediately make things happen. But there's some interesting stuff with Yarp I've noticed. Also can't do a roll run as fast as you do. So you can actually make life harder for yourself by running. Anyways, so for one, Yarp can actually fire. Oh. Hi, Splody Head. We have Splody Head on our side now too. Yarp can actually fire upwards for one. Yarp can fire in directions the same way Stitch can. Is basically my point. So for one, you saw Yarp fire upwards right there, and I'll recharge pretty quickly if I keep him selected. Also fire down. Oh. Down if you're in the air. I don't know if you can fire up in an angle or not, actually. I need to show off what Splody Head does, but Splody Head just fires Splody bits that are homing attacks. It's nothing valuable. You'll get to see later anyways, if I remember. Nice short little cutscene, I guess. Oh, we also actually another level entirely, I forgot about that. Okay, so like I was saying, Splody Head, fire stuff, can fire a good deal of stuff actually, but its damage is essentially negligible, so it's not like Splody Head's actually worth using. As unfortunate as that might be. Yarp is still cool though. I don't know if Yarp can fire at an angle or not though, actually. I haven't tried. I want to try that. I get the chance. Stop, you take my focus away from Yarp. Stop using your buttons. Yeah. So Yarp can fire in any direction that Stitch can, and does it through the same means. I just like taking this route up here. Nice way to skip some enemies if you don't particularly feel like killing everything, which you can if you want. But it might not be advisable to try to kill everything in this level, because there are lots of enemies, as you can see. But you also get some health and ammunition from it. questioning why this ship would have ram spikes and fans placed closely to one another. Oh, I can land on the spikes too, which is nice. I guess it's preferable to, What? Oh, darn it. I had to be in the air just to fire downwards. I don't care about any of this ammunition. Oh, whatever. How many... These rockets are so weak. They're explosive. Wait a minute. So wait, are these like the... like, intergalactic guard, though? Why are they on the ship? Like, working with Gantu? In Hämsterviel. It seems kind of odd, doesn't it? Seems to me a little bit odd. Yay! Good things. Good things are always worth a yay. Health would also be worth a yay. Health would be a good thing. May I have a good thing? Ah. I can have that, which isn't much of a good thing. Stop firing one bullet! Very costly. But yet not very cost effective. Well, there we go. Seems kind of interesting that the first spearman you get paired with the Stitch would be my favorite. But really, Europe is... Stop wasting ammo! Very practical to use in a number of situations. And basically just a bomb. You can take out a number of enemies at once. Thank you. More. See, this is what I wanted in life. There you go. Oh man, that hit the shield of the guy up top. On the next platform up. So many things here. I actually kind of like this room just because there's so many things to kill, but it doesn't feel too overwhelming. It just feels kind of fun. And they give you things you need, and they give you good ammunition, they give you health. Ah, go over here. Stitch! Fire more ammunition. Alright. I have questionable efficiency, but... Oh, we're gonna have to use less now? Okay. Well, at least I don't have to aim anymore. It is kind of satisfying to have a 100% kill rate on this level if you actually bother doing that. But the thing is... Stitch had this long level, actually. Like, these are the same interfaces, like, same machines we saw in the sugar factory. Is our meaning here? Anyways, I forgot Stitch had this level. I thought Stitch only had the Gantu thing. Anyways. Should still be able to finish the game this episode, though. If this... Oops. Doesn't take me too long. Which probably won't. Oh. Really? Okay. Now then. Makes sense for Spark to be able to get into electric things this time around, at least. Okay, so we basically have like an anti-gravity room here with meteors bouncing around for no apparent reason. Not really sure about that. Yeah, it's kind of fun to float around that room if you don't turn the fans off. But turning the fans off makes it a lot easier to get through. Until you get to the end of it. Where you actually need the fans on. So by cutting the power, all the fans turn on. Very, very slowly. This is just a really long level, and it's probably easily the longest level in the game. Oh no! That is great. Hey, I'm curious. Let's have everybody go out the airlock. All of them. Oh, hi. I don't think you need to be there anymore, Victor. Thank you for your service. What happened if I did... Ah, pure slug on top. Alright. Slushy. That's everyone. Alright, everyone! Out! They're completely unaffected. It's kind of disappointing. There's a meaty here for no apparent reason. I question this decision. No mention of any sound from... Oh, come on, nothing. You can't even explore. No sound at all from Slushy, though. I expected Slushy to make a noise. Anyways. It's a teleporter. We don't actually see what that one does. But I believe it opens a door somewhere or something like that. Something that would be helpful in our way. I'll just assume it is. I believe this is another anti-gravity room, yeah. Where it's best to go through with the fans off and then turn them back on. If a bit tedious. So I'm gonna do that since you don't regain health as Lilo. So I'd like to do everything I can to avoid losing health. Whooped! Darn it. If I hadn't hesitated, I think I could have gone through that without an issue, too. So those things hurt like crazy. Oh. Okay. This whole thing's so convoluted. Now, I believe I have a lot to do as Sparky. Might as well. Sparky can't use teleporters, don't know why. Not properly shaped, I guess. And now Lilo can go through here. Having been fully prepared. If Lilo actually jumped right there, probably could have gone through easily. Or just being shot through, or whatever. Oh, Lilo, you're supposed to jump down there. Whoa. That seems safe. I don't have a reason to go to the right. Oh god! Okay, that was interesting. So apparently you can do that. And violently trim or whatever weight you're standing on. That looked horrible. I loved it. Okay. So this part's a weird long cycle of stuff. Alright, so now I have to get up here. What are you here? Now where is it? There's at some point where you go through an annoying loop of teleporters. Oh. Generally, if Lilo can't ride a lift, it's Richter that has to ride it. There we go. Alright, now another job for Sparky. Oh no! But Sparky can't really do that job just yet. Unfortunate. Sparky completely ignores, oops, wind, apparently. Oh god, stop! I want Richter! There. There we go. It's not very few times Slushy's actually useful in this level, if I remember. So now we have an annoying maze. Not quite maze, but a number of things I have to repeat over and over. Useful, one more time. It's like cement balls for the lonely. Alright, so now, because this is on, we can go through here. We can't quite go through that one on the right. So what we can do is up against it, jump, and then get shot to the left. Kind of reminds me of the fans in, what was it? Floating something in Sonic Adventure. Sonic Advance 2. Anyways. I was thinking for a month that I had done a Let's Play that game. I have not. Or do I intend to? But I pondered doing it when I played it recently. Anyways. Oh, Lilo. Okay, you can probably get up there if you just... There you go. Use momentum from the lift to jump up higher. So I can go through there, so you need to go through the loop one more time. In fact, probably more than one more time. But... Okay. So now we go through where we went the first time, actually, but now we can go through the other teleporter. That teleporter brings us somewhere new. But this somewhere is a pretty slow somewhere to progress through, actually. You'll see why in a moment. Is there anything else I want Sparky to do before I get moving? I wasn't kidding when I said this is the longest level in the game. Alright, so I have... Slushy up. Slushy? Why? Why does it just have to be barely higher than you can jump? So you can jump higher than anybody in the game by a decent margin, it seems. Okay, that was not pushed. That block should have been pushed a lot further. Anyhow. These platforms just rotate so slowly. You'll have to wait a good while for them if you miss them at any point. Okay, good. Except I had nothing I wanted there. Why did I... Oh! Haha! I changed my mind mid-jump there. I was wondering why I had done such a thing. So if you actually miss a jump at some point, the amount of time it adds on to this section is horrible. It's almost a minute's worth if I remember. It's at least what it feels like. I can make that jump. Of course, it was necessary to show that second section going upwards. There you go, Lilo. Lilo has made quite a few very risky jumps throughout this level, or throughout this, well, yeah, level as a whole, but throughout this game. Alright. So, we only have one level left, actually. One real one. Toyo's just kind of standing there out in the void of space. And Jumba is, once again, just using the exact same image as before. Oh, that worked. Unearthed. Yeah, see. Having that call on your side is kind of a big deal. Yeah, so as Jumba's saying here. When you're playing a Stitch, you need to get with all the enemies you can, because those enemies will go after Lilo. And there is in fact nothing she can do. And this is weird, but yeah, just kind of throw them into the black hole. Hold the old goal black hole and then pop, just jump in and press the attack button. That works somehow. Why is that always how you damage or destroy black holes in video games? Alright, so you have super our galaxy. The last thing I expect her to do. Oh. A crash is fine too. That was an odd one. Okay. Yeah, you saw for a moment there that we had Yang on our HUD instead of Yarp, even though we actually had Yarp out. This one level bugs out your Stitch's companions a little bit. I don't know why. One moment. Interesting. Okay, here we are again. Weird. Anyways, Yarp is very good to have on your side for this fight, as you can imagine. Whoa, no! Yeah, try not to get sucked up by Holio. You kind of don't want to move too close to the right side of the area because of that. And yeah, I saw. You will be frozen. Why makes a weird sound when you heard him? I do find his dialogue to be kind of amusing. Yeah, so basically, what will end up happening is your companion will just disappear on you. No idea why. And when I pressed the left trigger, you saw that there was a warp effect on the left-hand side of the screen. Okay, so this one's weird. It's hard to get Richter sucked in. Okay, so the black hole's pull gets stronger and stronger as time goes on. It actually was starting to pull in Richter at the end there, but... I probably shouldn't fire downward when Holio's pulling on me. What? Because that actually weakens gravity. Well, no thank you. Why can't I just send, Yarp inside? That seems like it would be a good idea. Okay, so only one companion now. Oh, you don't want Lilo in there. But you do want Richter. Take Richter! There we go. So that's actually the only... Out of two, that's the only, well, that's one of the 2 levels I answered to actually get difficult at some point in this game. I have actually lost a life in that level a couple of times. Last time I played through the game, it was only 1 life, but still. If you don't know what you're doing with Stitch, it can happen. Anyhow. So I wasn't quite accurate when I said... Face of Holio. I was kind of lying when I said that that was the last level. Hi. Now we have to catch Hämsterviel. There's so much dialogue in this one level too, and it's kind of randomized, which is the best part. Hi. So you can play as Holio too, which is cool. You can jump, which doesn't really mean anything. I don't know what happens if you get hurt. That's probably programmed, but you can't really see it. You can also turn into a black hole. Why would I do this? Okay. Yeah, Hämsterviel just decides not to care. Oh wait, what's it like when he's sleeping? Ah, there you go. Let's just put Holio in the corner for now. Tell you when you're ready. I can't decide which dialogue I want to forgo. You only get dialogue for 2 of them, and there are at least 2 different possible dialogues for each attack, too. But the last attack you use won't get special dialogue. You're not unearked. You admit defeat. Boom. Boom. For no particular reason, but sure. Very irksome. He's just irritated by being electrocuted. It's just funny to me. It's not. I don't think you fall. I don't think you can fall for being punched in the face. I don't think you can fall for being electrocuted. Over here. Actually, let go of that. I want to see how far away you can suck up Hämsterviel from. No, so that's apparently what he says if you actually let go of the black hole after the fact. Lilo's just watching. It was fun. Why are you deciding this at home? Yeah, we could have probably... I mean, you probably should have decided that while we were still in space. Are we not still in space? I'm pretty sure we are not in space anymore. You are. You have acknowledged this multiple times. Yeah, we might have still been in space when we said that, actually. Never mind. Wait, why did he decide to prison asteroid? He got out. Why are you just gonna do the same thing? Hi, Ruben. Okay. Well, that was... There. That's that. Game doesn't even save after you complete it, so you can't actually have a completed save file in this game. The scores are kind of all the same number. I don't know what they're from, but the game decided that was important information. But that's the oddly amusing and short Lilo and Stitch to Hämsterviel Havoc. I don't even know where the Lilo and Stitch 2 comes from here. The 2 is... It's not related to the Lilo and Stitch 2 movie. I don't know where this 2 is coming from, in fact. But... I have no idea. And also, I'm going to do a Let's Play up next, so... Yay, I guess. But, whatever it is, this was an odd little amusing game that I don't love, but it's fun and amusing. It's interesting, if nothing else. Just interesting. Plus, I haven't had Lilo and Stitch cross my mind even in so many years, so it's kind of cool to see again. That's what most of the games I play are, nostalgic things. I was never some huge fan of Lilo and Stitch, but it's still nice to see. And yeah, there's not a lot to be said about the game or anything. Are there credits? I will happily show you guys the credits, if so. Okay, here we go. Now it feels a bit more proper to be speaking about things. In fact, I wish I had gone to the credits as soon as I hit the title screen. But anyhow, and they probably didn't have any people working on a GBA game anyways. But, so, as I was saying, absolute quality incorporated. This game does not have much of anything worthwhile to look at, I don't think, but like most things I play on this channel, it's something that I have some experience with and thought it would be interesting to share. Especially with how I never actually figured out how to get through that one Sugar Factory level, and that's actually all the credits. Okay, cool. But I thought it was kind of interesting, if nothing else. And there's always some audience that seems to like whatever I'm showing, so... Oh no! I can't go back to the, Well, we're stuck in the main menu now, I guess. So, that was Let's Play Lilo and Stitch 2 Hämsterviel Havoc, I suppose. See you guys next time, somewhere else. Sometime, someday, somewhere. In some game. No idea what it'll be. Be a surprise for both of us. Bye, guys.